What's up, Hero Stock Nation?
What's up, Hero Stock Nation? We are back with another episode here at the Roundtable where heroes talk. I am super excited today. We have a few guests that have direct experience with the National Veterans Creative Arts Competition. We're going to be talking a lot about it. I'm super excited to get them all in here. This is where I met them in Denver, so we're going to mix it up and we're going to ask some questions. The National Veterans Creative Arts Competition is a nationwide competition that honors veterans, their artistic abilities, whether that's songwriting, whether it's playing the guitar, whether it's building or dancing or drama, you name it, they're going to do it, right? So today, I'm excited to bring to you three people, not one, not two, but three. We have Karen Dunn, and we have Thomas Walk, and we have Devon Stewart. Karen is out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Thomas Walk is out of Battle Creek, Michigan. And Devon is up on the North Slope in Alaska. I'm super excited to have you guys on the show today. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great, Matt.
Awesome. Karen, what are you doing? How are you doing?
Good. I just got home from work a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. Devon, what about you, bud?
Doing good. Working up here about as far north in the United States as you can get. Nice and cold.
Yeah. So I want to talk to each of you, and I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth about this National Veterans Creative Arts Competition. Karen, can you tell me what it is? Well, don't just tell me. Tell our listeners what it is that you experienced when you went to the festival in Denver. That's the only one I've been to, so tell me what you thought when you went there.
So I have to preface this by saying I'm a nurse. I would never have thought I would have been involved with Veterans Creative Arts because that's not my jam, right? I'm a nurse. But we got involved 5 years ago, and it was because I was attending a workshop and learned about creative arts and different things that we could incorporate in addition to what we're already doing for veteran care. And it really struck a chord. I say that. But it really did. And I thought, well, why aren't we doing this? This isn't fair. And it's been, you know, that you both know it's been going on. All of you know it's been going on for 40 plus years. So I really kind of thought, well, I'm not artistic. I can't play the guitar. I can't sing, but I can really facilitate the ability for our veterans to do it. So I kind of it's kind of how I roll. I just said, well, fake it till I make it. Yeah. And this is year 5 for my facility. And I think the highlight for me, 1, is out of my comfort zone. And 2, I get to meet wonderful people like you. And I know that you guys are going to say, oh, but it's the truth. Mm-hmm. It's seriously one of those things where it's like the selfish part of it, where I really love to go and meet the veterans and what they're doing and how it's working. And it's so much better. I say this a lot. It's so much better than another pill. No, but you guys don't want more pills. What can you do for self-care? We're not with you 24 hours a day. So it's so exciting to see that you're able to apply whatever it is as part of your treatment, whatever it is, even if it's just for self-enjoyment or, whatever you're utilizing that skill for. And I think that this program itself does that. And it brings together so many veterans that are so creative, and it's such a great community. And I mean, I'll let you guys explain that because you're veterans and I'm not. But I think it's such a great way for us to be able to experience, even though we're not veterans, how that works for you all.
Absolutely. What can you say about just the atmosphere? I know for me, I was nervous. I didn't want to rub elbows with anybody. I was all armored up. And then by day 2, it was like, what did I bring armor for? And then day 5, how am I going to live without these people? So what did you witness when you went there and you kind of saw everyone interacting, doing workshops, things like
it's
that?
Such a positive experience, right? There's no negativity. Everyone is that camaraderie with all of you. It's such a, it's a blessing to see that. And it's such an honor to be able to be in the presence of all of you because, that's what I go to work for every day is to hopefully make your lives better in some way or another. So that part of it, I think, it's such a joy to be able to do that. And I don't get that every day at work. A lot of times, and it's any job, right? A lot of times it's that mundane things that you're doing every day. But this part, in the last 5 years, it's the highlight of my year, every year. And it's a lot of work. As a coordinator for the program and getting the festival started at our locations, but it's so totally worth it. And it's such a great thing for the community to see how that works because I don't think a lot of people get it. And that part of it really is exciting for me when I say, listen, talk to the veterans. They're going to tell you how this is working for them and how that, who needs another pill or another, added on medical thing when you can do this yourself and you're healing yourselves.
Absolutely. Devon, I want to shift over to you, bud. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have tried this National Veterans Creative Arts Competition. So hats off to you, bud. And I got to say it. This is what, 3 times in a row? 3 times in a row? 4 times. Okay.
4.
All right. Let me correct
and
the record
that's super
here.
Cool, right?
4 times, listeners.
At least,
4 times
at least
in a row.
in Alaska. We'll see how I end up on nationals. You bring in the heat this year. I don't know if I'll get a place.
Oh, man. I think you're going to take it, bud. I really do. I got to ask you. So you went to was it St. Louis was the first one you went to, and then you went to Denver, Indianapolis, and then this year it's going to be hosted in Columbia, South Carolina. Right? What are you expecting just from the last couple years that you've gone and the things you've experienced? What are you kind of looking forward to seeing this year?
Well, hopefully, if I get a chance to go, that'd be awesome. I'd love to get a chance to go down to South Carolina. So the first year, I met people, and then the second year, I got to see some of those same people. And each year, it's kind of nice getting to bump back into people, getting to reestablish those friendships. You stay in contact over Facebook. You stay in contact, occasional text messages. I mean, you and me try to chit chat every once in a while, but we got life. We got families, we got jobs. But for that 1 week, I kind of get to disconnect. I take that week for myself. I get to go down there and I get to not let loose, that's not the right word, but I get to relax and just feel comfortable because I know nobody's there to judge. Nobody's there to, it's not who did what and who's cooler than the next guy or anything like that. It's a very accepting, open atmosphere. And honestly, if I get a chance to go, I'd be excited to see some new faces too. Because if we're doing our jobs right, then other people should be joining this competition, and we should be encouraging more people to, enter the competition and hopefully place well. So, I'd like to see you guys all down there, and as well as maybe some new fresh faces.
It would be really cool if every one of us made it there. It'd be pretty awesome.
That would be awesome.
Believe me, I love to go. So I only get to go if I have a first place winner. So
fingers crossed. Yeah. So Devon, I got to ask you, when it comes to going to the National Veterans Creative Arts Festival, the feedback that you get from your music, how it's inspired or how maybe it's championed others to step outside of their comfort zone, what does that do for you as the musician, as the songwriter? Does that inspire you just to keep creating new content?
Well, it's always kind of a surreal experience because most of the time the reaction to my music is someone kind of cries or they tear up. Sometimes it's a very emotional reaction. So over the years, I've kind of gotten more used to it. Where at first I was like, I don't need to do this. Like I'm scared. Like I'm hurting people. And then a while back, somebody told me like, you ever watch a movie that you really like, but at the end you kind of cry a little bit, you get teared up. That's kind of what you're doing. You're reaching into somebody's heart, their mind, something that touches something they've seen before, and it's a good thing. So I don't know. I've kept writing, so obviously it's not a terrible thing. I think, of course, winning anything, having somebody clap for me, having somebody say, good job, man, you did a good job. Veterans don't always get that. A lot of times that's all we need. We need to feel like someone hears us, like someone understands, even if they don't understand. I like to say sometimes I understand that I don't understand. I get it that I'm not there. I'm not exactly but I can kind of feel it. And yeah, I've it's inspired me from winning a competition. It let me kind of open some doors, and now that's led into more things. And yeah, I like writing. That's my big thing. I'm not that great of a singer or a guitarist, but I sure do love the writing part. And if I can put it to a melody, then that does it for me.
Now, I have seen you go from zero idea of what you want to write about to boom, song, 5 minutes. Kind of that lightning bolt, how it all hits at once. How often does that happen for you?
I did it like a week ago. I just posted something on Facebook. I saw a YouTube video, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I should write about that. I don't know. It just comes and goes. I'll go months without writing anything, and then something will reach out to me, and then it just kind of hits. And so
do you have your guitar with you up there on the slope? Oh, man.
I had to bring one on the plane. Everybody looked at me like I was kind of crazy, dragging it out here to an oil rig. But, yeah, I brought one of them with me.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to get you to play something. Maybe a couple things, if you're down for it. Tommy, I got to talk to you, man. You and I met in Denver. Now, Tommy, you are not like me or Devon in the sense that we're musicians, singer-songwriters, but you are a writer. You are a poet, a nationally recognized poet with several books, and you've been out in the community shaking things up, kind of shaking, the tree of change, Can you tell me what have you experienced just with your community engagements, and how has your work impacted other people?
So after what I experienced at the festival that week we were in Denver, just some of the relationships, some of the validation to some of the things I was trying to share, it really inspired me to do more with my work. So I actually started a concept workshop at my local VA here in Battle Creek. And I actually host a workshop where I perform poetry, talk to our veterans, and have them do exercises and write. And then we do it like a group open mic right there during the session, during the workshop. So basically what I'm doing is facilitating these guys and ladies to learn how to speak directly to their peers. For me, I met a girl in Denver. We shared a conversation, and she still reaches out and just thanks me sometimes that whatever I said that day made her change her mind. And I've met folks here at the VA, and while I can't share too much about their personal space, I can say I have several of those folks that reach out and really thank me for the way I talk about this illness and the struggle that we're dealing with.
Do you feel like this has put you in a position where the anxiety or the nervousness that you initially felt with your poetry has put you in a position to coach who are also in the position that you were in and really kind of see them through it?
Yeah, to a degree, because it's once you succeed, enough times, it becomes kind of muscle memory. You stop looking at, oh, I'm going to fail. And you start realizing, oh, wait a minute, I've been succeeding, so I think it just kind of helps me communicate better with some people when they're struggling, because, I feel like weird enough, I know we all struggle. So I know you guys can understand sometimes in that crisis moment, your best friend could just say, bro, you got to suck this up. And that is so offensive in that moment, right? But it's interesting to note that when you understand a little bit better what you're going through and been through, and you learn kind of to communicate better, you can kind of say that with some reality involved. Like, you're going to hear me a little different, because the truth is you do kind of got to suck it up. It's an inside job, man. All the things in the world they give us, they help. They can help. But it's partially our choice to be or not be whatever it is we're going to be, right?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes because I've been in the dark, some of these folks hear me better, maybe, right? So yeah, I think yeah, for sure it helps.
So I could see, I have a couple people who have asked me, questions about like, what does the National Veterans Creative Arts Competition do, and what kind of topics are there? So you have some poetry ready for us today, right?
Yeah, I brought a little bit of poetry with me.
Well, guess what? I'm going to be calling on you to read some of that stuff, okay?
All right, big guy.
So, actually, Devon just stepped away. So I had a gentleman approach me, and he asked me, he said, I've heard about this National Veterans Creative Arts Competition, and I see that there's music, and there's dance, and there's drama, and then there's poetry, and they kind of made it sound like poetry. Like, what do you mean poetry? Poetry is in words on paper. When someone approaches you, and I know we spoke about this, so I'm kind of segue into this, and they say, how do you expect your stupid poetry to impact others? I want to ask you what you would say to that, but I already know the answer. You write about it. So would you be willing to read us one of your pieces?
I would be. That's an interesting segue, Matt.
You're welcome.
So, for everything I do to try to express what we go through and help other people, the validation in my work has helped me rebuild some of my confidence. And so some of my work is getting cocky lately. And I know you liked it because of that, too. That's what this segue was. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I like a little cockiness.
So, this piece I'm going to share with you guys is called Stupid Poetry. And it spawned from something that I've been holding on to for probably 5 or 6 years. Somebody genuinely asked me at the worst time to ask me that question because, oh my God, it tore me up. What was my stupid poetry ever going to do? What was I going to do with poetry, right? So this piece is called Stupid Poetry. Someone I used to know once asked me, what do you think you'll ever accomplish writing your stupid poetry? And something about that stuck with me. Now, I know it shouldn't matter to me. The truth is this person has accomplished nothing in life of value, see? So why do I even let it bother me? But when your brain is just a little insane, there are so many thoughts to be thought, and nowhere on earth can peace be bought when the what ifs become your addiction because you cannot control the affliction. So I let it marinate for real consideration. I mean, what is poetry to a devastated nation? We're all struggling so hard to put food on the table. What good is poetry when so many are unable? What do I think I'll accomplish with this stupid poetry? Well, it took me years, but I finally see. I got a woman to choose to stay just by sharing some poetry one day, because the message inside the lines I write erased loneliness from her sight, because my words resonating made her feel less unique and somehow made her world less bleak. I got a guy out there driving all around, cranking my tunes and sharing the sounds, because lyrics that began as poetry opened his eyes and allowed him to see a path to wellness he sought after for years. So he listens on repeat as he's out shifting gears. I got our nation's finest sharing their fears through poetry with themselves and their peers. I'm reshaping the way we do this damn thing. And all for the simple joy it can bring. Because if I can help just one of them get through, that's something far greater than me or you. Now, I've pondered at the question regarding fortune or fame. But the thing is, I don't need people to remember my name. What I need is to hone my abilities and better serve my purpose. And now my stupid poetry helps me do exactly this. So when people point as they laugh and they shout, and they ask me what my stupid poetry is about, I think to myself, you'll know in a few years when you see the world change through the haze of your fears, because one day when you finally feel the need to really talk, some doctor's going to prescribe poetry by Thomas Walker.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. There's that cockiness. I love
it. I know you was waiting for it, man.
I was waiting for it, man. I fell in love
So
with that
good.
the day you read it to me.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you.
Seriously. That was so good.
I appreciate you. It's those things that people don't understand. Sometimes the smallest thing can hang on in our head for so long. It's, and those are like, it's like bait, the illness just grabs it up. So one day when you're just feeling down and you're having a hard time, just throws that one extra little snack out there. Hey, think about this for a minute too, And I don't know. I guess that piece was just my way of saying, I guess that's what I'm going to do with that,
Absolutely. I love it. I'm gonna paint that on my wall.
Bet, bro. I like that.
Devon, I'm coming to you next, buddy. I gotta ask you, man. I know the first time that we sat down and we actually played guitar was at like an Airbnb in Alaska. I want to say it was the first time I met you. And immediately I fell in love with your writing style and the things that you were saying. And I can't help but want you to play more and more and more. Like, I want to push you and promote you. I want to champion the things that you're doing. But you talk about topics that they're not easy topics to talk about. And so I want to know, would you be willing to play your most recent song that you wrote?
Yeah, so I don't know, a week ago, since I've been up here on this hitch. So I do this time I'm doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and then my next hitch is 6 weeks up here, gone from the family, up on an oil rig, remote. But we got internet, so I was watching something and I saw this YouTube clip, and there was a veteran and he was just struggling. It was a police cam video. The police officer pulls over on the side of the road and there's a veteran crying. He's on the phone with the suicide hotline. And the police officer just does a great job. Veteran ends up asking for a hug. The police officer gave him a hug. And I sat down and like 30 minutes later had a song. So, that's the latest one. You want to hear that one?
Absolutely, man.
All right, let's see. I hope this
That's a really good lead in too, man. That's a dope inspiration, Devon.
I don't know where it comes from. Sometimes I just decide.
It happens to me like that with the poetry. Sometimes I'm like on Facebook and a meme pops up and I'm like, oh, snap. And then I'm writing for 30 minutes. Yeah.
Never happens to me, in case you're wondering.
All right, so I don't have a name for this one. It's just something that, I wrote the other day. So, he's a broken man alone in his room. Lost a job, a family, those who left too soon. Asking if he still knows wrong from right. Demons from the firefight keep him up at night. No one wants to die, they just want the pain to stop. He knows he needs help, but he can't call that doc. Empty glass of whiskey going under. Somehow he recalls a number. On the line a woman asked his name. Tells him that she's with him and help is on its way. And he says, help me put this pistol down today. Lie to me and tell me these dreams will start to fade. I'm just a statistic, it's 22 they say. I can't make these memories go away. Show me I'm not really on my own. Best man that I've ever known, never make it home. Crying but you're making sense, tonight I'm not alone. Thank you ma'am for picking up that phone. Scars on his face don't tell the truth. He's somewhere he can't forget, they don't show in the news. Someone asked if he's alright, he just tries to smile. What's the point in talking, it'll be over in a while. Driving down the road, he's going 60. Living life when you're dead inside, it can be so tricky. Grips the wheel and slowly closes his eyes. But suddenly he doesn't wanna die. Pulls along the edge, he pulls out his phone, crying while he dials a number, and someone tells him no, and he says, help me get the brakes for today. Lie to me and tell me these dreams will start to fade. I'm I'm just a statistic. It's 22, they say. I can't make these memories go away. Show me I'm not really on my own. Best man that I've ever known. Never make it home. Crying but you're making sense. Tonight I'm not alone. Thank you, man, for picking up this phone. The woman on the other line, struggling once again, desperate just to save the lives of far too many men. There's been times it didn't go so well. Shots rang out a neighborhood through hell. It's hard to be a hero when heroes call you crying. All the wars and all those times they've seen their friends dying, sitting at that desk, waiting on the next phone to ring, but she picks up and always gives her best. When they say, help me put this pistol down today, lie to me and tell me these dreams will start to fade. I'm a statistic. It's 22, they say. I can't make these memories go away. Show me I'm not really on my own. Best thing that I've ever known. Never make it home. Crying but you're making sense. Tonight I'm not alone. Thank you, man, for picking up that phone. Thank you, man, for picking up that phone.
Oh man!
Wow,
Yes.
you're gonna win again.
Yeah, absolutely, hands down.
I just wrote that one.
But
Yeah, I'm talking about next year, homie. That was dope, man. That was amazing.
Man, the energy in that song, man.
It
I mean,
just is amazing that, and he's like, oh, just, 30 minutes. But the talent that comes out is, I'm losing my voice because it's so touching. But, and I had the privilege of meeting him my first year. So it's just been one of those things where I'm like, this
Me
is.
and Karen are OGs.
Oh, geez.
But it is, I'm going to smile my face off because it's just, I'm so proud to even be in your presence and to know you and to see you every year. I'm not lying, and stop laughing at me.
I'm nothing. I'm just a guy.
Yes, you are. You don't know what you're doing to people's lives. And I really think that you should think about that. And I think you know, in addition to healing yourself and working on whatever it is, it's so many people's lives that you've touched, and you will never know all of them. But I'll tell you for a fact that it's amazing. And I appreciate you.
I know, if you don't mind me saying, Karen, you say, the way we kind of take that so humbly. The thing is, most of this, man, we're talking to us. Like, the fact that it helps everybody else is awesome. But at the end of the day, it wasn't about being in that spotlight. So it is very humbling. But I don't know about Devon and Matt, but I know for me, it's those people like you that speak to me in that way, that remind me that, hey, I actually do have a little bit of time. People really do care. And sometimes that helps me overcome me telling me I'm not good enough.
And I think that, if you think even deeper into it, and I'm not getting anything into that, it's such power. You have the power to reach so many people. And it's just, I get the chills every time. And when you read I remember when you were reading, I'm like, I know him. So it's one of those things where you don't forget. And even if it was 10 years from now, I'm still going to remember all of you because you've touched in a way where no one else can do that. I have no talent. I probably have something, but I'm just saying nothing that is like this. So to be able to watch you all and to be just a small, little help during that week is such an honor. I don't know if you guys will understand it because it's hard to explain, but it really is. So thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
I got to tell you, Devon, I love the fact that you write about these topics that would typically be topics people would shy away from. They don't want to talk about kind of the dark, down and dirty stuff. And I imagine you've probably heard it. I know I've heard it. People say, well, why can't you write a happy song? And it's like, happy songs are hard to write, and in some way they almost feel too like cookie cutter. Like I'm just kind of checking the box on, okay, if it's a country song, I got to make sure, I have a dog and I got a pickup truck and,
Here you go.
things like that. Oh, there's the dog.
Oh, he's mad at me now.
Your music, and Karen's right, your music does touch people. And I think that it shows in your community involvement, right? You're doing a lot of stuff with the community cafe and the Nave Center. Is it the Nave Center? Is that how you say
It's
it?
the Nave.
The
Nave
Nave.
in Anchorage.
Okay. What have you seen getting involved and participating in those particular community-based, I guess, interactions? What have you seen with other artists? Have you seen them kind of challenging themselves, stepping out of their comfort zone, and potentially talking about topics that typically people would shy away from?
So I've been, just a little explanation, I've been lucky enough, the Anchorage Concert Association has supplied a location in Anchorage called the Nave. It's in downtown Anchorage, and once a month we get together, and I've been lucky enough to be the host. And it's a open mic for disabled veterans and active duty service members as well. We work with the TBI clinic, we work with the music therapy, as well as the visual arts therapy program on J-Bear, Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson there. Since we started it, we've had a slow trickle of more and more people coming in, and sometimes it's a rotating group of veterans that come in, and the show isn't about me. It's not. My job is, and they have other hosts as well. It's not always me. It's really not about me. But my job is to get up on stage, maybe play a song or two, and then encourage other people. Like, hey, what have you been working on? Hey,
Right.
have you done something with your therapist that you would like to share? Some people have original songs. Some people are working on songs that are covers, but some of them have severe TBI. It's difficult for them to play a couple chords. It's not an easy thing. And what I've noticed is, again, sometimes it's just good to have someone clap for you, to have someone say, good job. I've seen some very talented musicians come through. I've seen some people that are kind of my level, and then I've seen people that are just starting and literally they're just beginning to play, but then you kind of see them progress through it. And again, it's another location where everybody's there to support each other. Everybody's there to have a good time. I know Matt's met Danielle, one of the music therapists up here. She's there a lot, and it's a great time. It's a wonderful time, and I'm just blessed to have been a part of it. And it's good when I kind of get out there on Facebook or something, and I encourage people, hey, here's a community cafe, and then I see somebody new, and they're like, hey, you said come here, so now I'm here. It's good to see people stepping outside of their comfort zone and maybe trying something that a lot of times they wouldn't try on their own.
It takes courage. I don't think you guys give yourself credit. I mean, it takes courage to put yourself out there. And it's not, it is about being judged, right? That's always the fear. But you're past that. You've gotten to the point where you're just like, wow, a humble, no big deal for everything that you say, but it is a big deal. It's a big deal.
And I think it's, I know for me, like when people show up places because I shared, hey, come out and share here. It's a safe space to be. You can do your thing. And then people show up and, hey, I came here tonight because I saw you sharing. That is a really cool feeling because in some way, shape or form, you've now facilitated their communication. That's a starting process for some people right there,
Well, I would say, Tommy, that your work and your writing has encouraged others. You have people who come around regularly to see you perform your work, and then recently you just rapped on stage, man.
Oh my God!
Don't act like I didn't see it. And that stuff was lit, man. I think that's what the trendy saying is now: lit, legit.
Who knows? I don't fit. My kids just think I'm old, man. I don't know what works now.
But wasn't it your nephew? Your work inspired your nephew to start writing and doing spoken word. Right? So
yeah, actually, and every now and then when I can talk her into it, the wife picks up pen and paper too. But yeah, my nephew went through a lot with his family at home. That's why he lives with me. And my work inspired him to talk about that, which led to him actually performing at the talent contest, the talent show here at his local school. He was, if I'm not mistaken, he was the only poet in that show. They put some background music and stuff. It was really cool, man. And it was really inspiring to see him just literally get it. It wasn't about whether he got my message. He got what I was doing with the work is what I mean, you know, like, and so he used that as his own personal outlet. And I was very proud of that. You know, he doesn't do it as much as I would like to see him do it, but it's not a love for him. It's something he uses when he needs to use it. And he's written a couple of really cool and really some pieces that'll make you think, dude. He's got some talent.
Well, and here's the thing. It doesn't go without saying that, you know, you encouraging him at such a young age to use this as a form of expression is so beneficial to him. You know, so he's going to encourage other people with the stuff that he does, you know, just as you are. And I see a nice wind of change coming to the area where you guys are. People are going to start talking about things more often, you know, kind of opening up. So I got to say, it doesn't go without saying, man, it's absolutely beautiful that you created an environment where he can feel that as a form of expression and a form of communication. So
right.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So with that being said, I think it's time for another poem. And then we're going to shoot
do that for you
for another song.
All right.
right.
So, you know, I know Devon brought the heat, put me on my spot here. I didn't bring anything too deep tonight, you know, but this piece is becoming a real fan favorite. And I really, really like it just for the message inside it. And the message is simple. Whatever it is that you choose to write and however it is you choose to write it, the idea is for you to get through what you're going through. You know, just write it and let go of it, you know. And actually, funny to note, the one I chose to read for you, the last verse, the last 4 lines, if you guys pay attention, is actually on the back of our brand new first print shirts. This is our first run. We're making mental health awareness t-shirts now. So I actually have this.
What does your shirt say there real quick? Can you read that real quick?
So on the front, it says, communication is a vital key. Communication is a vital key to healing. If you can't talk to someone else, write it out yourself.
I know it's probably difficult. You're reading that upside down.
Yeah, I am reading it upside down, and you know how my memory is. So, yeah, sorry about that. See that?
There you go. Right
there you go. See my... Oh, there you go. All right.
Sporting the t-shirt.
And then there at the end, you'll hear the back side also. So this piece I'm going to share with you is called About Communication. I do a lot with my talent to use words. I vent, I complain, I share the reals and the absurds. You see, I write crazy mad, I write overwhelmingly sad, I write through the experiences I've had. Sometimes it all rhymes, and sometimes it doesn't at all. But it is always about communication. The more I say, the more you might understand. Or the more I share, the more you may really comprehend. See, lack of communication can lead to a bitter end, so it's best for you to learn to talk, my friend. You know, you can do it with a variety of different style. Like sometimes I'm writing in an A-B format, making you wait for the rhyme to show up for a while. And sometimes a quintet of A's is where my mind is at. Then I can just rock the rhyme repetitiously, like in the depth metaphorically, as I build up the tempo tempestuously while I'm constantly playing with letters that change the continuity over and over again with top shelf consistency. Just to switch it back while I talk a little about you and a whole lot about me personally. This illness and these things that we go through and all the silent, invisible peculiarities that no one else can see. Yo, I'll write angrily about how I hate the world and everything in it. Or I'll stretch out a line at my discretions just to write to you about my blessings, like how I woke up today with a brand new chance to win it. Yo, I'll do it with some proper grammar that hits you in your head like it is a hammer. Or I'll just say whatever it is I'm going to say, which way I'm going to say whatever I want to say. Because like old Frankie said back in the day, I get up here and I do this my way. And when we near the end, I can slow it all back down again to remind you of the real message here, my friend. See, your words are the method to untying the moors that keep you anchored to those well-known shores. Whatever you choose to write will be a release, a pathway away from that familiar beach. If you can't talk with someone, then write it out. Write to us about the things your mouth won't spout, and you'll come to someday to realize that writing helped you to clear your eyes. And the relief you come to find will help you bring about some peace of mind. See, no matter the style you choose to do it, the goal is for you to get through it. So even if it is only to your paper and pen, I encourage you to learn to talk, my friend.
Heck yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
That's amazing. I got chills again.
I appreciate that. You know, like my work, and I think maybe this is probably true for Matt and Devon as well. I don't know, but at first my work was horrible. It was scary. It was really, really hard. And over time and through transition, what I learned is I can still say all that horrible stuff, but there's got to be something resonating in those words that is positive, that is a message, not just my whole world sucks. I want you to know that. That's all, right? I had to stop and I had to change. And honestly, the Creative Arts Festival, man, the camaraderie, the validation in that week, that really just helped me see that my work needed a new direction, and it's not really stopped since.
When you think about, like, in terms of pressure, you know, when you're creating your writing, when it comes to pressure, I mean, there's a lot of that emotion that you just want to kind of push out, just purge it immediately. I guess, which piece have you written that really kind of helped you determine, like, how you're going to kind of slowly let that pressure bleed out easily versus all at once? Can you say any one piece that really kind of does that, or is it just a culmination of everything that you're doing really kind of brings that awareness to, like, I have the ability to control my emotions and deal with them in a healthy way as they come?
So, I think there's a lot of pieces that I do that kind of demonstrate my control and delve into the lack thereof sometimes. I think sometimes I purposely display certain things to kind of show you that, but I don't really think that there's ever been any tempering to a specific point like that. I think it went from like rough to, okay, I need to analyze this and see how I can better myself and my message. It was a personal quest, really, because I wanted to talk to me better. Like I said, all of this work started with, hey, bro, like, you need help, man. And eventually I learned, okay, well, if I keep saying I can't, I'm not, right?
Yeah.
But if I keep saying I can, I'm learning that things just kind of progressively get there. And so I started writing that to myself. Yes, it's really hard. And yes, this really sucks, but bro, it's going to get better, right? Yeah. Because that's what I needed the most. And what I learned was the biggest and loudest voice in my life in any crisis or any situation is me. But I lost the ability to listen because he became the bad guy. Right? I think if you wanted to see a real display of what it is and how the work controls it, I'd say look at The Man in the Cage.
Okay, I remember we had kind of talked over a phone call about that.
That was all you. That inspiration was all you. You wrote me a prompt that morning, and I'll tell you what, it was a bad morning, bro. I wanted to tell you to F off, but I was like, I was really struggling, but there you were again, popping out of the damn universe, and gave me a prompt and was like, yo, this feeling? And I'm like, oh yeah, dude. So, it was really, one of those serendipitous timing kind of a things, dude. You prompted me, and the piece, like Devon said, I sat, if you remember right, I sat from the time you prompted me, and then like an hour later, I sent you this complete piece because you just hit a note, man, and it came out. And it really let me demonstrate something I really don't touch on much, because anger is the hard one. Anger is the difficult one, in that it's the easiest one to access. Like, I can rage out and forget what the hell is going on easy. But see, when you come down from that, you also have to take some responsibility, if you're trying to be well, for what happened.
Yeah.
So even when I'm angry and I have a right to be, it's hard for me. And you kind of helped me play with that a little bit that day, bro.
Yeah. I think the prompt was, can you write me a piece about the managed mind versus the man in the cage?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that the reason that I had that thought is I was thinking back to a conversation that I had with Karen in Denver, where it talked about those kind of intrusive thoughts. And one of the things that you told me, Karen, was, hey, just remember that voice in your head served a purpose at one point in time. It was there to protect you. It was there to keep you from, becoming scared or anything like that. But it comes up to a point where the talent that you have and the way you express yourself really gives you the opportunity to tell that voice in your head, like, hey, don't worry, I got this now.
Right.
So I think that's where that prompt came from. So, Karen, if you think no one listens to you and that you don't have anything to offer, think again.
Well, hey, so I guess I got to extend a thank you to you too, Karen, because it was a really, really inspired piece, and it's quite brutal, really. It's hard to perform even, but I will say that it kind of talks about that, the need for him sometimes. There was a time in my life I needed to destroy everything to keep it the hell away from me, because I had no idea what was going on. I needed to be chaos in motion, because it kept people from trying to hold on.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I feel every bit of that.
Yep.
Devon, I'm going to shift over to you, bud. Last time we had spoke, we were talking about the National Veterans Creative Arts Competition, and you were thinking about entering, but you weren't quite sure. What changed your mind? That's what I want to know right off the get-go.
Well, I had written a song, and I just didn't feel real strongly about it. I think I don't know. I did again. It was just a quick song I wrote down. Didn't have a bridge for it, so I literally submitted it the last day that we were allowed to submit it. I actually came up here on the slope, and one of my coworkers actually encouraged me. She was like, "You better submit that.
Yeah.
Like you better do that." And so when I went home, I was like, "Oh, you know what? It's Friday. I can get to the VA in time." So yeah, I actually credit Officer Campbell. She was an inspiration to just do it. So good for her. But yeah, I don't know. I like playing the music. I like writing the music, but I'm not always real confident about it. I don't think, especially with some of the talent I've seen, like I'm in awe and amazement by what veterans have to offer. I've said it before. I think the next big thing is sitting out in a cabin somewhere in Alaska, and he or she just doesn't know how important they really are.
Right.
And hopefully we can pull them out.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Well, I mean, Officer Campbell, if you're listening, thank you.
Thank
for
you.
making Devon submit that song. Will you
You might
play
have
it
sent
for
a
us?
couple messages his way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind playing it for us?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Karen did tell me. Let me not. Got to remember, TBI, memory issues. Karen, I think, I don't know if it was encouraged or bugged me. She was like, "You better."
Oh, my therapist legitimately bullied me. I credit her for bullying me. That's what I tell Miss Dana all the time.
It's not bullying. It's tough love.
You call it what
Yeah,
you want. I grew up with my mom. It's bullying, and I appreciated it.
Well, there you have it, Karen. There you have
Love.
it. Your
See?
fault.
Making a difference.
Devon, do you want to play it for us?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Yes.
Miami.
I mean, we're not
Every
going
time
to
you
say
pick up
no.
I know,
Every time you
right,
pick up
right.
that
You're
guitar,
like, what's up?
I said, every time you pick up that guitar, man, I have this big smile on my face like, here we go.
Oh, yeah,
Here
man.
we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's see. So this one is called "Why Me."
And this is the one that you entered into the competition.
Yeah, this is the one that's
minute.
last minute one for Alaska. So back away just a little bit. So it's called "Why Me."
Put that bottle down again today. I'm under attack. Can't drink away those demons. They keep coming back. Rifle in the sand, boots there on the ground. Trying but I'm crying as they laid my buddy down. Not half the man I used to be. Take pills, I don't seem sad to people passing by. Are you okay? They ask, I lie. Try to hide my face. I feel so out of place, cause I'm home. Why me? So many better fathers died upon those streets. So many better husbands never made it home. Their wives are all alone. But those who made it back were left to wonder, oh, why me? Put that pressure dressing on, try to stop the bleed. Now don't you close your eyes, buddy, try to breathe. Cause there's no guarantee if you leave. Well, I believe I'll ask, why me? Now have you ever had to keep your head down just to stay alive? Have you ever held the mother of a brother who just died? Another fallen soldier, didn't make it to the end. If it wasn't for my daughter, I'd follow you, my friend. Every other week, another hero that I knew didn't make it, couldn't take it. The shit that we had to do, suffering in silence, memories of violence. Now I'm done. Why me? So many better fathers died upon those streets. So many better husbands never made it home. Their wives are all alone. But those who made it back were left to wonder, oh, why me? Put that pressure dressing on, try to stop the bleed. Now don't you close your eyes, buddy, try to breathe. There's no guarantee if you leave. Well, I believe I'll ask, why me? Put that pressure dressing on, try to stop the bleed. Now don't you close your eyes, buddy, try to breathe. There's no guarantee if you leave. Oh, I believe I'll ask, why me?
Damn, dude.
But I had to take a second there. I started tearing up.
Yeah. You got
I love it. I love it, man.
outstanding, brother. Love you, man.
So,
Like I said, you talk about those topics that they're, typically the topics that people shy away from. And I think there's a real raw emotion into how you write, into how you play. And you may say, like, we have really good guitar players, and then we have you, and then we have, like, just beginners. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, I've tried to replicate your strum pattern. I can't do it. I can't do it.
We have tried. We have tried.
We have tried. I just can't do it, man.
It's something about those talents are very uniquely, yours. The truth is we all write music, but we write it our way. And Devon, like, you do it really amazingly, bro, for real.
Thank you, guys.
Listening to it, man, it's almost like being boots back on ground, like talking about put that pressure dressing on and trying to stop the bleed, Those are real things that happened and the things that you experienced and that many others have experienced, who have deployed downrange to a combat environment. And your ability to capture that in your music, man, hands down, is amazing.
authentic truth.
Right.
Thank you so much for sharing and doing what
And
you
it's
do.
just this, again, chills.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it a night. Right. Before we go ahead and jump off here, I'm going to give some closing statements. Next week is the return of the Song Sung True A Veteran's View, which is a podcast that is featured by Tom Lamog, the original host for this show. And he's going to be talking with Devon Stewart, the man right here, right? We're going to get a deeper dive into Devon, talk about his military experience, life, how he overcomes and perseveres over challenges, and what his music does for other people. Really just a deep dive into Devon Stewart. I think everybody that I've talked to about Devon wants to know more about Devon. So, brother, keep it up. We're going to see you next week on the 23rd. Tommy, we got you in November. So
yeah, buddy.
Get ready, bud. Guys, I appreciate you coming out here and being a part of the Roundtable where Heroes Talk. I cannot wait to see more from you. God bless all of you and have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Love you guys.
Matthew is a United States Army veteran who was deployed twice to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. So I would like you to give a warm welcome to singer-songwriter Matthew Jones. We got this. Scotch and a cigarette. I close my eyes and let my mind just drift away. Never much to say. And I try to keep my head held high, knuckles to the wall as I dig inside. I know I'm all on my own. I tell myself that is what I wanted. I'm losing my mind and it's all for nothing, man. I'm trying to understand. And I try to keep the beast at bay, but I'm 1 foot in the ground. And they don't care about the price I paid or my friends who ain't around. Nobody even knows my name, and this old place just hasn't changed. The light's not shining through the windows now. I'm just a ghost in my hometown. The light's not shining through the windows now. I'm just a ghost in my hometown. Got a call just the other day, family of a friend who suddenly passed away. We had to lay him down. I try not to let them see me cry when I talk about the men who fought by my side. I know I gotta let it go. But these voices won't let me be. They're screaming from the grave. They're telling me that this is just the price we pay. And I try to keep the beast at bay, but I'm 1 foot in the ground. And they don't care about the price I paid or my friends who ain't around. Nobody even knows my name, and this old place just hasn't changed. The dark creeps in and the sun fades out. I'm just a ghost in my hometown. The dark creeps in and the sun fades out. I'm just a ghost in my hometown. Keep the beast at bay, but I'm 1 foot in the ground. And they don't care about the price I paid or my friends who ain't around. Nobody even knows my name, and this old place just hasn't changed. It's carved into the granite just above this ground. I'm just a ghost in my hometown. It's carved into the granite just above this ground. I'm just a ghost in my hometown.